13 mitzvahs in 3 minutes. Here goes. First mitzvah, negative prohibition. We are not allowed to imitate idolaters even when we are worshiping Hashem. So the first mitzvah is we're not allowed to build a special structure or monument that is designated to gather people together so that we'll gather around this special monument and serve Hashem from there, because that's what idolaters do, to draw people to their idols. So we don't do that even in our service of Hashem. Similar mitzvah, the next mitzvah is a prohibition. We are not allowed to lay down stones that are meant for kneeling and bowing to Hashem. Idolaters do that, so we're not supposed to do that. The only exception is in the temple. Jews were allowed to kneel to Hashem on stones, but outside of the temple, and ever on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, if we bow down to Hashem, it's not on stones. We are forbidden to plant trees in the temple, again because idol worshippers had the custom of planting trees around their idols, so we avoid doing that as well. That's the third mitzvah of the day. Fourth mitzvah of the day is a positive mitzvah. We are obligated to destroy idols. If we encounter idols, especially in the land of Israel, those are to be destroyed. The next mitzvah is a negative prohibition. We are not allowed to benefit from idols, even if we're not worshiping them. So if you see a beautiful idol made of beautiful, expensive gold, you can't say, oh, you know what, I'm going to melt that and use it for something else. No, you're not allowed to benefit from idolatry or accessories to idolatry. Even the next mitzvah is a prohibition. We are not allowed to benefit even from decor, the decorations that are adorn idolatry, also forbidden. Next mitzvah is a prohibition. We are not allowed to make a treaty with any of the 7 nations that inhabited the land of Canaan prior to the Jewish people entering the land of Israel. The 7 Canaanite nations, we cannot make a treaty with them unless they abandon their idolatrous and pagan ways. Next mitzvah, there's a prohibition. We are not allowed to show mercy or be complimentary of. So what a good-looking idol worshiper that is. You cannot be complimentary to idol worshipers. Next prohibition, we are not allowed to allow an individual idol worshiper to reside in the land of Israel. He or she's got to first renounce idolatry and then they can settle in the land. The next mitzvah, very interesting. There's a prohibition. We are not allowed to imitate the culture of idol worshippers. Even if we're not worshiping idols the way they are, we're not allowed to say, oh, I want to dress the way this idol worshipper does. Next mitzvah, we are not allowed to, the practice of nachash is prohibited. That's kind of like a superstitious type of behavior where, oh, because my staff fell out of my hand, today is not a good day to do X, or today is a good day to do Y because of superstitious reasons. That's prohibited practice. Next, the kosem practice, where sounds a lot like psychics, where the people use different tools or cards or stones to predict the future. That is a forbidden practice. And finally, lo ta'oinenu, which is we're not allowed to use astrology to say today is a good day or a bad day to do X or Y, forbidden by the Torah. That's the final mitzvah of the